Yo, what up guys? Welcome back for another video. Today's video is a very special video because it is an announcement. The announcement is also kind of weird because I'm super excited about it. I know some of you will be very excited about it, but I think a significant portion of you will be disappointed by the news. Let's just rip the band-aid off. Let's just tell you what the announcement is. This is in two parts. First part is I am no longer going to be exclusively making TFT content anymore. The plan is to make typical stream content that you would see from any popular streamer, which would be VOD content of the games that I'm playing at the time. Right now I'm playing Overwatch. Videos about topics like discussion style videos about topics that I'm interested in personally, or stuff that's kind of going on in the world or the internet space that I'm interested in. And who knows what else. We might make loads of different types of videos, but the key thing is it will no longer be exclusive to TFT. And with that, my name will be changing from Trajan TFT to Trajan TC. Now, the reason why it's Trajan TC and not just Trajan is because there's a much more famous Trajan than me, and I would never show up in results if I didn't have anything after it. TC just stands for The Cruel. That is my gamer tag, and pretty much every game that I play that doesn't allow me just to use Trajan, it doesn't mean anything else more than that. It's just something I need to put past my name so that I can show up in search results. I'll get into all the whys in just a minute, but there is a second part to this announcement, and that is that I'm quitting TFT for Set 7. So no, I'm not quitting TFT completely. I'm not out of the community. I'm not gonna keep up with what's going on. I'm not gone, but I can't play this set anymore. I can't be exclusive to TFT anymore, and I'll explain all the whys in just a minute. So what does that mean? That means there will be no TFT content, including guides, VODs, anything like that, for the remainder of this set. So that's about 6 weeks. But you already know I'm gonna be hyped to play Set 8. I'll be back playing TFT in Set 8, making content, because I'm almost certain Set 8 is going to be an amazing set, and I'm ready for it to be awesome and ready to come back and play the game. But when I do return to TFT, I do not intend to be an educational creator because I plan to play the game much more casually. Maybe I'll make some educational content if I'm high on ladder, but I truly intend to play the game more casually and to just enjoy playing the game that I love. I want TFT to just be a game that's in my rotation of games that I'm playing on stream. Sometimes it will be something I'd play majority of the time. Like I'm sure on launch of Set 8, I'll be grinding TFT because it'll be so fun. But the point is I don't want to be stuck playing TFT. And that is one of the reasons why I'm getting out. We'll go into the whys in just a second. Before we get into that though, I want to just say I completely recognize that this is extremely disappointing news to so many of you who, especially so many of you who subscribed recently, who, you know, I get it, guys. I know majority of you only subscribe because I make educational TFT content. You're trying to climb your ranks, and this is a place that you come to discuss your builds, to find the new tech, to learn new fundamentals. That is who I branded myself to be, and that is what you guys expect. And so I 100% understand if you leave and never come back. And if that is you, if you are someone who you're just waiting for this video to end so that you can unsubscribe and to never view my channel again, I just want you to know that I appreciate you. Even if you're gone forever, you have truly changed. You have truly been a big part of changing me as a person, changing my life. And I notice everything, guys. The amount of support I've gotten while making TFT content exclusively has been insane. I mean, constantly people commenting how underrated I am, constantly people trying to gas me up, constantly people messaging me, telling me how they climbed their rank, and they attribute some of that to content I've made. Is truly, it's been amazing for me. I've said this in many videos before, and I really do get a lot of gratification from helping other people grow and succeed. That is one of my favorite things to do in the world. And that has been the best part of making TFT content, is all of you guys, whenever you reach out or you write in the comments or whatever about how I've helped you in some way, that just gasses me up. And so thank you to all of you who have written that, and thank you to just anybody who's ever liked one of my videos, send out a kind message, showed up on stream. I just appreciate the fuck out of you guys. And I know if you're gone forever, I won't be mad about it. I'm just happy that you were here. Now, finally, why am I doing this? Why is this happening? Do I hate TFT? Is TFT just a cursed game? Is set 7 just awful? What's going on in my life that's making me want to do this? I think it's a lot, and I think my thoughts are going to come out super scrambled here. I don't have an outline. I had an outline for everything else I just said, but I don't have an outline for this, and that's because everything is pointing to this being to everything in my life, and everything that I can think about seems to point to this being the correct path forward for me as a content creator and as a person. So a lot of you probably don't know this, but I set out to be a content creator a very long time ago, actually. So I'm 26. I started my first YouTube channel when I was 19, when I was working full-time as a water park manager. I did that for several years. At that time in my life, I had a Let's Play channel that you guys will never find unless you have seen me view my old videos on stream before one time. I have about 200 uploads on that channel of Let's Play content that I made over the course of about 4 months. Yeah, I know, I'm a grind lord. When I do something, I do it 100%. I had no idea how to make content. I had no idea how to do that stuff. I had the bare minimums of the technology to do the stuff, and I had no clue about the space, no clue about how to market myself, no clue about how to, what people actually liked, how to make engaging content. I had no idea how to do any of that stuff. Now, I'm not perfect now, but I definitely had no idea how to do it then. I started doing that as a way to escape what I was seeing was a trajectory of my career in aquatic safety, which is what I worked in. But the stress of making content was just too much for me at the time of being 19. And I saw an alternative path forward in aquatics that I was really excited to do. And let me just tell you, at that time in my life, from about 17 to 20 years old, I was just someone who was incredibly confident, headstrong, thought I was invincible, would really just go out and just do whatever the fuck I thought was right, and truly believed I could do it. So I set out to get this job. I'm not going to go too deep into it because I'll talk about it forever, but I got this job that was my dream job in aquatic safety, and it turned out it didn't work out for me, and my dreams were kind of crushed because I loved the job. I had some health problems come up, and those health problems mixed with the lifestyle of that job didn't work out at all. And the job wasn't exactly, the lifestyle of the job wasn't exactly what I thought it would be. And essentially, I had to quit my successful career because it no longer fulfilled me. And that crushed me. And from the ages of 22 to now, I've just been trying to figure it out. I'm 26 now. And those years were the hardest years of my life. I can't even describe how different my life feels now than it was in that 4-year stretch. And how different it was before that versus that 4-year stretch. It was, I don't even know who I was. It was just pain. But I was brought back to content whenever set 4 of TFT released. I was finally getting my life I felt like I was getting my life a little bit more together, or that was 2 years ago. I guess I would have been 24. I was getting my life a little bit more together, kind of climbing a little bit out of the hole. And I was in school to be a personal trainer. That was my new thing. Set 4 came out, and my ignition to want to make content, or my original dream to make content kind of started burning again. But it was different because when I started making TFT content, I enjoyed TFT more than I enjoyed making content. And that's when I made a decision. I'm going to be a TFT player. I'm going to be a high-ranked TFT player. I'm going to use my background of teaching from being I was a lifeguard instructor, and I audited other lifeguard instructors on how to train other people better. I did that for several years. And so I was going to use my experience of that to be a good educator on TFT. I saw this opening to where there's just a lot of people have no education experience, no experience teaching anybody anything. And I was like, okay, there's this gap here where I can really fill it. And all I have to do is become really good at this game that I love playing. And that's what I did. And somewhere along the way, I enjoyed making content more than I enjoyed playing TFT. So when I came back to TFT, it's weird because now it's the inverse. When I started, I wanted to make content because I wanted to play TFT. I was so passionate about TFT. And then, yeah, again, so now it's just reversed. I'm way more passionate about making content than I am about playing TFT. And so when you get to that mind space that I'm in right now, TFT just becomes a prison for what I can do and my creativity, and it's just become a cage, using more analogies, for my life, really, and what I do with my career online. That's one part of it. The other part of it with TFT is I don't know how it is for anyone else, but it is extraordinarily stressful for me. And I put so much pressure on myself to be high rated in the game. Like I feel awful. And this is not, I don't think this is normal for people. I feel terrible if I'm not challenger. If I'm not at the very peak of the game. I don't even feel comfortable making content, like beginner level content, unless I'm absolutely the highest rank in the game. And that is not healthy. And I've tried to disassociate from that. And this is no shade to other content creators, other TFT content creators that are master or grandmaster or low grandmaster who make educational TFT content. I'm sure they make great stuff. This is just me. Like, I had this weird thing, and I tried to disassociate like my rank in a video game to my self-worth. And as much as I do it, as much as I try, it's impossible, because I can't run my business unless I'm high ranked. At least that is the way that I've structured myself and the way I've branded myself as a high level player. I'm like the player's player, you know? And I put an extraordinary amount of pressure on myself for that. And I know most of you probably don't care at all if I'm challenger. As long as I'm telling you the good stuff, then it's all good. But it's just this weird thing in my brain. It won't allow me. Like, if I'm streaming and there's someone in my chat who is comparable rank to me, and I'm like I'm spouting like information on like what, you know, I'm trying to help people learn. I can't, it feels awful. I just can't do it. And I feel this enormous amount of pressure while I'm streaming and to be good at the game. And anytime I'm not good at the game, it just destroys my mental. I'm angry. If I don't like the game and I have to play it for rank, I'm angry in my real life. I'm not an angry person at all. I pride myself on not getting angry, on being very calm, being very measured. But this game is damaging to my mental health. It is truly damaging. I have to shut myself in this room for 12 hours playing TFT. I can't even forward my business because I play way worse when I play on stream. So when I play on stream and I run down my LP, then I have to turn off my stream and I have to sit there and play for several hours a game that I'm not enjoying playing. I have to avoid seeing my girlfriend, talking to my friends. I've missed out on so much of life because, you know, so much of what goes into my channel, you guys don't see. You know, I might stream for 4 to 6 hours, something like that. And then you'll see my uploads, you know, you'll see my shorts, my VODs, but you don't see the amount of time that I have to sit there just playing the game to be at a comfortable level for me to make content. That is just me, a personal thing. I have to be playing the game constantly to make content around it. It has just become painful, and I don't want to turn my stream on. But anyways, I don't know if that really answered. Like, I don't know if that's going to be satisfactory, but what I want to communicate with this is that, and there's a third part here, but what I want to communicate with what I just said is I love TFT, and I never lied about wanting to be a big TFT content creator. It's just the lifestyle is no longer makes sense to me. The things that I value and in terms of making content and running my business, it no longer makes sense for me to be into TFT exclusively. And I think I have we'll just get into this. This is the third part. The third part is, I think this is just a really good opportunity with very little downside. So now I'm just explaining this from like a business, I was giving you like a personal perspective, but just from like a business aspect for me, for my channel, I think this makes a whole lot of sense. And the first reasons why is I recently started to inject a lot more of my personality into my content, and that has come from you guys emboldening me. I've gained so much confidence from all the nice things that you guys have said, all the views that I've gotten on so many of my videos. And that has given me a lot more confidence to be more myself, like how I used to be when I was younger, when I was, you know, from that like 17 to 20-year-old range, where I was just blissfully myself, and I didn't worry about what people thought, and I just did what I do. And, you know, I'm always respectful to other people, but I didn't care what they thought of me. You know, I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings or do anything like that, but I didn't care what people thought of me. And I'm becoming a lot more like that lately because I just felt like I've gained a lot more of my confidence back. But where the difference is, when I used to make creative or more entertaining style content versus educational content, is I just didn't have any of the know-how. I didn't understand the landscape, and I didn't understand who I was and what message I was trying to put out. Now I do understand those things a lot better. I'm not a perfect, and I have a lot more of the technical know-how because I've spent years making videos, and I'm just not scared to post what I'm interested in now. I've always been scared of posting content and people not liking it, but like, dude, who gives a fuck? You know, people are gonna like it, and they're not gonna like it, and it's just no big deal. The other thing, I think the timing right now is very perfect. Obviously, like I said, the downside of me making this change is a lot of you might leave. But I think the timing right now is perfect. I think TFT is the least hype it's ever been in the history of the game, at least in my opinion. And to me, on a very personal level, is the least hype it's ever been in the history of the game. But set 8 might be super hype. And so why not take these 6 weeks to upload different types of content? And you know what? If set 8 is awesome and I play it the whole time, then I'll be making a lot of TFT content in a month. And hopefully a lot of you guys will come back for that. I think the timing is just perfect to try something like this and to really break out. The other thing is I was scared of, I have been very scared of making this change. And this has always been like kind of an end game for me. I would have been perfectly satisfactory with my end game being like someone like Robin Songs, who makes great TFT content. He's a high level player. You know, like I initially modeled my stuff kind of after his channel, but with more of an emphasis on education. I would have been fine with that being my end game when I first started doing TFT, but I think around the start of set 7 is when I seriously started to think about what is my exit strategy getting out of this game. And my initial plan was around set 10. I was going to slowly introduce content like on my shorts and slowly introduce like, hey, I do other stuff. Over a very long time, that was my initial plan, and to break out in set 10. But I think this all just came on super fast because I think the timing is super perfect. I'm very interested in other stuff right now. And the other beautiful thing that happened recently is my love for video games has been re-sparked. So you may have heard me say in other videos before or streams that I don't like video games. I don't spend my time, my free time. It's not like I dislike them. I just don't spend my free time playing video games. But lately, I've been making the decision to spend my free time playing video games, and it's been amazing. I've been having so much fun. I've been getting to spend more time with my girlfriend because she plays loads of video games. She's very into video games. She's in school to be a game programmer. I've been able to spend more time with my girlfriend, and I've just been enjoying playing video games. And I'm starting to understand. I stopped enjoying video games. The last time I enjoyed playing video games was 2016 when I was playing like Overwatch and like Call of Duty Black Ops 3. But I think League and TFT and Overwatch actually, when I played at the time I was grinding for rank, I think League, Overwatch, and TFT actually destroyed my love of video games because everything became about rank. All my friends were sweats, you know, like they never, you know, I had a friend who was professional level at a couple games, and it just, I started to follow only content creators that were like gods at their games, and I just became so blind to this other side of gaming that is actually the majority. And I got so trapped in this like world of sweats where your worth is only by how good you are at the game. And video games just became something that I can't enjoy because I have to be good at them. I have to be good at every game I play. Or I can't enjoy it, or I have to find the mechanic that makes people someone good, and I can't enjoy it. But lately, I've just been enjoying games. Even when I play competitive games, I've been playing Overwatch, and I'm trying to climb. You know, I got hard reset to bronze 5 because I haven't played in 6 years. And I'm having a blast just playing ranked. Like I've only gotten tilted one time because I got an AFK during overtime. That was very tilting, but when we were about to win. But I've been enjoying the grind and enjoying playing, and that has just been remarkable for me. And I just want to share that love with you guys and share that passion, the same level of passion that I had for making educational TFT content. I just want to put that into making entertaining style videos and streams. But anyways, guys, this got very long-winded. The last thing that I want to just mention here, this will all be effective starting tomorrow. Which would be Tuesday. So tomorrow, after me making this video, it's a Tuesday. Don't know the day off the top of my head. It's like the 12th of October, something like that. And so that'll be when I'll be changing my names on all my socials. So that'll be changing on Twitch, Twitter, and on YouTube. And I will leave that in the pinned comment after it is changed. So I will update that on Tuesday. It'll be in the pinned comment, all my new links. And some of the artwork on my channel will be changed a little bit. I'm commissioning artwork today, so I don't know when that will be up, but I'll be changing from, you know, the branding from TFT to TC. So I'll be looking out for that. And whenever I do something, I do it 100%. So expect a lot of content out of the gate. The exception, I actually have my mom visiting me on Tuesday, the day that I'm making this change. She's actually coming and visiting me and staying with me for a few days. So I will actually have less content the first week of the launch, but I will still have some uploads during that time, and then expect for me to go full force following week. But anyways, guys, I don't really know how to end this video. I talked forever. Hopefully I can edit this down quite a bit, but what I want you guys to take away from this video is I still love TFT, and I love you guys, and I appreciate all of you. I appreciate the fuck out of you guys. And if you guys are all gone because I'm switching the way I'm doing my content, I get it, and I'm not disappointed. I wish you would stay, but I get it, and I just want you to know that you've been a big part of my journey and making me who I am now, and help build me up and giving me the confidence to try to do this. So that's it, guys. Appreciate you wherever you are. Hope you have a fantastic day, fantastic night. I'll see you on the next one.